Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A quote for today is a right delayed is a right denied. Today, the topic of my presentation is nutritional programs in Pakistan under the kind supervision of my professor, Dr. Saira Afzal. Learning outlines, introduction of nutritional programs, different programs on national level, and integration and management of these programs. Learning outcome. At the end of this presentation, participants will be able to describe about the introduction and different ways in which nutritional programs are working on national level. Introduction. The World Health Organization envisages a world free from all forms of malnutrition, where all people achieve health and well-being. The actions that should target the various causes of malnutrition and to achieve sustainable change requires a comprehensive and multi-sectoral approach on national and international level. Effective nutrition policies and actions exist but are often inadequate in the face of complexity of the double burden of malnutrition, wasting, stunting, low birth weight, and micronutrient deficiencies on one hand, and overweight, obesity, and diet-related non-communicable diseases on the other hand. The goal of nutrition education is to reinforce specific nutrition-related practices or behaviors to change habits that contribute to poor health. This is done by creating a motivation for change among people to establish desirable food and nutrition behavior for promotion and protection of good health. Community-based food and nutrition programs have been implemented in many countries. They have in common nutrition or nutrition-related objectives, being the broad objective of reducing the prevalence of malnutrition or improving household food security, or more specific objectives related to a single micronutrient or a single nutrition activity, such as the promotion of breastfeeding. There are now a number of successful programs, and a close examination and analysis of these can help us to understand the process of achieving success. Key factors that were identified based on these country studies include poverty alleviating and equitable growth strategies, and increasing level of investment in health and education. Nutritional programs in Pakistan. Malnutrition is a serious issue in Pakistani society. During the past few years, many nutritional programs have been initiated by the governmental and non-governmental organizations. Some of these programs focus on raising awareness among the masses, while others focus on either directly supplying nutrients to the people or fortification of dietary components. However, the root of the problem, illiteracy, poverty, and socioeconomic deprivation, is still being neglected. Malnutrition in Pakistan is a complex multi-sectoral problem that presents across a continuum of poor nutrition, from undernutrition due to deficiencies in energy, protein, and micronutrients, to problems of overweight, obesity, and non-communicable diseases resulting from poor quality, energy-dense, and micronutrient-poor diet and low physical activity. Over the decades, Pakistan's progress in child nutrition, malnutrition has not been well encouraging. The latest National Nutrition Survey conducted in 2011 has shown a global acute malnutrition or wasting rate of 15.1%, higher than the 13% figure of the previous National Nutrition Survey. Disaggregate wasting rates in the urban and rural population were 12.6% and 16.1% respectively. More than 30% of the children are underweight, and 44% are stunted, and 49% of the women are moderately anemic. More than half of the children under the age of 5 are anemic, and 39% are zinc deficient. Nutritional programs. Different nutritional programs that are working in Pakistan are School Health Program, Micronutrient Initiative Program, Family Planning and Primary Healthcare Program, Tawana Pakistan Project. School Health Program. During 2005 to 7, the School Health Program was initially conducted by NCHT in 16 districts of Pakistan, 3 from Northwestern Federal Province, 5 from Punjab, 4 from Sindh, and 4 from Balochistan, that are covering about 27,115 primary schools, training about 69,224 teachers, and benefiting about 2.17 million students. This program was then duplicated in 12 districts as part of the Punjab Integrated Primary Healthcare Model Program. The program period was 2007 to 10, and it covered about 22,661 primary schools involving 65,700 teachers and 2.5 million students. Processes steps of the program are the school health program essentially has the following four basic processes. First is the capacity building of the teachers to identify students with visual, hearing, dental, skin, and personal hygiene problems through simple and scientific screening techniques employed by teachers. Establishment of referral system where primary school students identified with health problems could be referred for corrective action. Corrective and curative care of the primary school students identified health problems at the established referral outlet, including provision of eyeglasses for students having weak eyesight. Formation of community support system to assist and sponsor school health initiative at a local level. Nutritional interventions of Tawana Pakistan project. These are the benefits that are given to school under this project. Like deworming drugs, known meal, and micronutrient supplements that include iron, iodine, vitamin A. These all lead to improved nutritional status, prevent infectious nutritional deficiencies, and improves school enrollment and performances. Referral system. The referral system for school health program in essence was built on the existing health resources available within a district. In addition to district health department, a number of private healthcare providers available in the district were also persuaded through social mobilization process to participate in school health program activities. NGOs like Sight Saver International and LRBT also contributed towards the success of the program. Provision of eyeglasses. A large number of students were identified with weak eyesight. These students, their teachers, or parents hardly knew of the existence of this serious health problem, which was constantly affecting their academic pursuit. Eye screening camps were held by ophthalmologists or refractionists, and students identified with weak eyesight were provided with free glasses. Community support program. Community participation was ensured through formation of a platform of a community support system at a local level with assisted in program activities. Deworming of the students. At the end of first program, it was felt that children under Pakistani conditions are more likely to be infected with worms. Deworming intervention in 12 districts was thus adopted, considering it to be the most effective public health service. All of the students, 2.818 million, were dewormed after every 6 months during the program period. These are the few banners that are displayed in schools for cleanliness. And this is for school health program for checking eyesight for teachers and students. Micronutrient initiative. Micronutrient initiative works with the government and the United Nations to eliminate deficiencies of micronutrient such as iron, iodine, folic acid, vitamin A, zinc, etc. It also provides its expertise to the government and trains the involved personnel for programs involved in salt iodization and floor fortification. Only 38% of the children are exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months of life. As a result, more than half of the children under 5 years of age are deficient in vitamin A. 40% are deficient both in zinc and vitamin D, and nearly 62% are anemic. The devastating result of the acute malnutrition leads to wasting, literally wasting away to skin and bones. Wasting is extremely high in Pakistan, with several areas in the country considered to be at emergency level of wasting. Well, programs to care and treat severe acute malnutrition are severely effective in Pakistan, achieving cure rates above global standards. They are covering less than 5% of the total number of malnourished children. 8 out of 10 children in Pakistan do not eat right type and quantity of food. UNICEF's work in nutrition is supporting our mandate to protect child rights, in particular the right to adequate nutrition, as well as children's right to develop to their full potential. In so doing, nutrition interventions are also positively affecting both child survival and child development with the focus on the critical first year of life. UNICEF is working closely with federal and provincial governments at all levels to support national and provincial priorities and sustainable developmental goals. Targets including SDGs linked to health and water, sanitation, and hygiene. In future, UNICEF will work with partners to focus on the most vulnerable children using cross-sectoral platforms such as early childhood development and scaling up nutrition initiatives. Critically, the diets of Pakistani children require substantially more diversity and in most cases lack sufficient calories. A focus on the quality of diet is essential to preventing stunting, wasting, and other forms of malnutrition. UNICEF, with its expertise in advocacy, communication for development, linking mass media with interpersonal communication, community-based strategies, micronutrient supplementation, and fortification, is well placed to assist all levels of government in addressing these issues in alignment with the government's nutrition plan and vision 2025, among other key strategy documents. In order to prevent and reverse stunting, UNICEF Pakistan is focusing its support on the 1,000-day nutrition window, during which children's nutritional deprivations can be reversed. Infant and child feeding. Breastfeeding is a critical nutrition intervention for improving both the dietary quality and quantity for children. Breast milk alone meets all of the nutritional needs of infants up to 6 months of age, in addition to providing immunological and psychological benefits. A mother's diet affects the health and well-being of both the mother and her children. UNICEF is supporting scaling up of the nutrition specific interventions that focus on micronutrient supplementation program, fortification, and diversified diets for pregnant women and children under 2 years of age with enhanced breastfeeding practices. Humanitarian nutrition. Pakistan remains at emergency levels of acute malnutrition and is prone to natural disasters such as flood and earthquakes. UNICEF is ensuring a strong technical support to transfer the responsibility of the community management of acute malnutrition programs to government where feasible and in strengthening the health system to scale up and deliver quality care and treatment services for severe acute malnutrition. The main role of the program is to have half the population consuming fortified wheat flour and 2/3 have fortified ghee and edible oil products within 5 years. World Food Program's partnership with Micronutrient Initiative in collaboration with the Government of Pakistan and the food industry will sustain and intensify ongoing efforts for food fortification in Pakistan. The latest nutritional survey identifies the salt iodization program as a successful nutrition intervention due to strong government ownership of the program and the active participation of World Food Program, Micronutrient Initiative, and other partnerships such as UNICEF and the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. The collaboration also aims to strengthen public and private sector capacities at national, provincial, and district levels to locally produce fortified food, provide technical assistance, and advocate for national food and nutrition policies that address micronutrient deficiencies. This shows a study that is done on that Government of Pakistan partners with the World Food Population and Micronutrient Initiative to address micronutrient deficiencies. It was that it launched in September 2016. The DFID funded food fortification program plans to cut iron deficiency anemia by 1/3 and vitamin A deficiency by 1/4 of women and children by fortifying flour, ghee, and edible oils. It cooperates with the Pakistani government on technical standards, regulations, and lab testing infrastructure, subsidizing meals in terms of premix cost as an incentive for millers to produce fortified flour. Working with over 1,000 wheat flour mills and 100 edible oil mills, it also trains millers and gives them technical support while educating the general public on health benefits for fortified food. Food Fortification Program. Nutrition International, in collaboration with Maud McDonald's, is implementing a large-scale food fortification program in 56 districts across Pakistan to support the national and provincial government's fortification effort. Widely consumed wheat flour edible oil will be fortified with essential micronutrients to reduce deficiencies like iron, folic acid, vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin D, particularly among women and children. Fortification is the process of deliberately increasing the content of an essential micronutrient like vitamins, minerals, including trace elements in a food, so as to improve the nutritional quality of the food supply and provide a public health benefit with minimal risk to health. This picture shows the floor fortification program that started in 2007 with the support of Kane. The over 200 flour mills started producing fortified wheat flour, and more than 12.7 million people got access to fortified wheat flour. Program suspended in 2011 after 18th constitutional amendment, and it was agreed to support Punjab government towards the end of 2013 to restart the program. This project support the fortification of wheat flour and edible oil by building capacity of mills on fortification process and quality assurance and quality control, and providing testing equipment to ensure adequate fortification. Building public sector capacity to improve standards and legislation, and improve lab infrastructure of regulatory bodies so that they can enforce fortification standards. Establishing a market-led premix supply chain to facilitate fortification. Commissioning microfeeder installations to add vitamins and minerals to the flour at the majority of wheat flour mills. Promoting the benefits of fortification for communities through public awareness and education campaigns to increase demand and promote fortified food consumption. Evidence generation for informed decision making and action by commissioning high quality research into food fortification practices and policies, equipping all stakeholders with powerful arguments in favor of fortification. These are the number of fortified flour producing mills in Islamabad, KP, Sindh, and Punjab. Examples of fortification of food. Iodization is the process of fortifying salt with for human consumption with iodine, and it is an effective strategy to increase iodine uptake at the population level. Monitoring the level of iodine in salt and iodine status of the population are critical for ensuring that the population's needs are met and not exceeded. Fortification of wheat flour with iron and folic acid is recommended across the country, and efforts are underway to make it mandatory. Edible oil and ghee are required to be fortified with vitamin A. Maize and wheat corn flour are staple crops consumed widely throughout the world and have been fortified with folic acid in over 80 countries to prevent neural tube defects. Folic acid fortification may be an effective strategy to improve folate status and other health outcomes in the overall population. The picture shows a fortified food thali, like salt, rice, flour, oil, milk, everything is fortified. Family Planning and Primary Healthcare Program. The National Program for Family Planning and Primary Healthcare was launched in 1994. It is one of the largest community-based programs in the world, providing primary healthcare services to about 80 million people, most of which is rural and poor. The program has been instrumental in improving health-related indicators of maternal and child health in the last 2 decades. Goal of family planning. The policy's goal include reducing population growth from 2.1% in 2002 to 1.3 by 2020. Reducing fertility through voluntary family planning from 4 births per woman in 2004 to 2.1 births per woman by 2020. At the same time, family planning can result in direct health benefits. The rapid succession of pregnancies of many Pakistani women involves significant health risks for both mother and child. High-risk pregnancies and nutrition. The rapid review considered the relationship between the undernutrition and 4 types of high-risk pregnancies that are too closely spaced among mothers who are too young, less than 18 years, among mothers who are too old, more than 34 years, and among mothers who have high parity. High-risk pregnancies adversely affect maternal and child health and nutrition outcomes in the following ways. In many ways, low lady health visitor programs, role of community health workers in primary health care provision, commonly known as Lady Health Worker Program. A national program for family planning and primary health care was launched in April 1994, and by then Prime Minister of Pakistan, Muhtarama Benazir Bhutto, as a major initiative to provide universal health coverage to the people of Pakistan, fulfilling the program of action brought through ICPD held in KU. Her motivation led to one of the largest and successful community-based programs in the world that is providing primary healthcare services to more than 80 million people of the country at their doorstep. It provides preventive and curative healthcare at the doorstep of the population. The primary healthcare services package include treatment of the minor ailments and referral to the first level care facilities when required, registration of pregnant mothers for antenatal care, ensuring clean and safe delivery, counseling of the pregnant and lactating mothers in related issues, screening of the neonates for problems requiring referral, weight monitoring of the children under 3 years of age, counseling regarding breastfeeding and weaning, counseling of eligible couples regarding family planning, and provision of medicines and contraceptives to patients and clients. This makes the program effective in achieving health status goal. Impact on maternal health and nutrition. Studies show that when birth or inter-pregnancy intervals are too short, mother's health and nutritional status are adversely affected. Though the exact causal mechanism have not been validated, one common theory is maternal depletion, whereby a woman experiences a negative change in nutritional status due to mobilization of nutritional reserves during pregnancy and lactation. Optimally spaced pregnancies allow the mother's body to adequately recuperate and replete these reserves. When intervals are too short, mothers are at risk of undernutrition, resulting in negative changes in maternal weight and body mass index. Short intervals can also place mothers at risk of nutritional anemias and other micronutrient deficiencies. The Wana Pakistan Project. The intervention, the Wana Pakistan Project, was funded by the government of Pakistan. The project was implemented and managed by a consortium including the Aga Khan University, Department of Community Health Services, the National Implementation Unit, and Pakistan Baitul Mal, the latter two being units of the Ministry of Social Welfare and Special Education. In a public-private partnership, Aga Khan University and Community Health Services provided technical support for the design of the project and trained and managed 11 non-governmental organizations that supported local government in project implementation. This map shows the 29 poverty districts for implementing the Wana Pakistan project in Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and Northwestern Federal Province. The Wana Pakistan project is a multifaceted pilot project from September 2002 to June 2005, was funded by the government of Pakistan to address poor nutritional status and school enrollment of primary school age girls. The core strategy was to create safe environment, empowering village women to take collective decisions. Through reflective learning processes, women learn to plan balanced menus, purchase food, prepare and serve a known meal at school from locally available foods at nominal cost. Comprehensive training was provided to 663 field workers, 4,383 community organizers, school teachers, and community women, many of whom volunteers in the School Tawana committee. The project was implemented in all four Pakistan provinces, northern areas, Azad Jammu and Kashmir, between September 2002 and June 2005. Extensive administrative records were maintained relating to costs, volunteers, training, and school committee meetings. The project provided freshly prepared, balanced school lunches made from locally available food items. Community development strategies were used to mobilize the local communities. The module used was similar to focusing resources on effective school health model suggested by WHO, UNESCO, UNICEF, and World Bank. This map shows the 29 districts. Major achievements: formation of 250 school Tawana committees in 250 government girls primary school, nutrition support to 2,500 girl students through cooked food for 3 years, and enrollment and retention of 25,000 girls for students in respective schools. The specific foods chosen and the actual menus were determined by the community and monitored by the supervising and training NGOs. The volunteers were trained to plan balanced meal, which include one food from each of the three food groups for energy, carbohydrate, grains, for protection, fruits, vegetables, and for growth, protein, meat, dairy, oil purposes. The project carefully monitored the menu's composition and found improvement over the project period. More menus with the three food groups that are represented. However, other issues related to the quality, specific quantities of micronutrients or quantity of the food served to each girl were not monitored, and volunteers were trained to serve equal portions of food to the girl and to follow specific program hygiene practices. The graph shows stunting, underweight, and wasting are decreased after these interventional programs. This shows the figures in different districts and Azad Jammu Kashmir northern areas after the implementation of the Tawana project in Pakistan. Percentages and total districts. Program for vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A deficiency is a public health problem all around the world, affecting more than 100 countries. A lack of vitamin A weakens the immune system, putting a child at greater risk of disease and early death, and it is also the leading cause of preventable child blindness. The solution for correcting vitamin A deficiencies is in improving the child's diet through increased consumption of vitamin A rich food, naturally rich or commercially fortified foods such as processed oil or sugar. Main aims of vitamin A deficiency programs in Pakistan are to support the government with provision of donated vitamin A capsule supplies through the in-kind associate assistance program, provide technical assistance on a national level for revision of key policy guidelines and strategy documents through the participation in the vitamin A capsule technical working groups, support the government of Pakistan to scale up the intensified monitoring strategy nationwide and train provincial and district focal person in supporting provinces, assist the government of Pakistan with the planning and monitoring of the waste delivery through the polio national immunization days, and include waste into the post polio campaign coverage monitoring. MCQs. MCQ number 1 is the school health program was initially conducted by NCHD, that is National Commission for Human Development, in 16 districts of Pakistan in 1990 to 1995, 1995 to 2000. Option C is 2000 to 2003 and 2005 to 7. Correct answer is D, from 2005 to 7. MCQ number 2. In a school, during the monitoring of health and growth parameter, our child is found to have low height for age, more than 2 standard deviations below the World Health Organization's child growth standards median. The child should be labeled as obese, stunted, a child having protein energy malnutrition, or this is regarded as normal growth.
Stunted.
B.
B is right answer. Child is labeled as stunted. A school-going girl presented to a physician with the complaint of fatigue behavior by her mother. Mother also told about increasing weight and thinning of hair along with constipation. She also complains of dry skin. What type of deficiency is most likely to cause such symptoms? A, zinc, B, iron, C, iodine, and D, copper.
A.
It's C, iodine deficiency. These are the symptoms of a girl having hypothyroidism. For Tawana Pakistan project, how many districts of Pakistan are chosen based on poverty scale? 14, 19,
9.
24, 29.
29.
Option D is the right answer. 29 districts are chosen. Food fortification is said as the process involving mixing of multi-nutrients in food, coloring of the foods to look fresh, adding flavors in packed foods, or removing harmful substances from food.
A.
A. Mixing
Yes,
multi-nutrients.
A is the right answer, mixing of multi-nutrients in food. In school health program, which of the following is not done on routine basis? Eye
Chest
examination,
X-ray.
throat check, chest X-ray, blood reports. Yes, C is the right answer. Chest X-ray is not done on a routine basis. A 39 years old female patient presented in outdoor department with her 1-year-old daughter. She wants to know about the diet requirements of the baby at this age because the baby weight is low for her age. Regarding situation, best plan for her. Option A is breast milk alone is enough for 2 years. Breast milk alone with formula milk should be given. Or weaning of food should be started after 6 months. Or D, only
C.
solid food should be given at this age. Yes, C is the right answer. Weaning of food along with breast milk after 6 months should be given to a child. In Pakistan, the percentage of children underweight is about 40%, 50%, 60 or 65%.
40%.
Yes, 40% is the right answer. This is the key. These are the references, and thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Isma. As far as the recent advances are concerned, it is a good presentation. You have talked about scaling up of the nutrition. However, there are many slides that are irrelevant and that should not be included in this presentation because they are not addressing the topic, but they are of different other things. For example, you have included 2 whole slides on family planning. This is not the presentation on family planning. Similarly, for lady health workers, you can introduce in 1 or 2 lines, but you have given very long details about lady health worker program. Next important thing is whenever you are making slides, I am always emphasize this point, and now I am emphasizing it again and again, that you have to present in the form of points, not in the form of the whole sentences, and you don't have to read from the slides. You must have your notes along with the slides, and you can explain the things that are present on bullet points on the slide. The slides should not be overcrowded. They should not have the cognitive overload. We can see that the font was very small. It was very difficult even for us who are looking at the slides to read. However, you are reading each and every word from the slide. As far as MCQs are concerned, I must say that they need more scenario based. They should be more scenario based, and they need to be revised because there are certain options that are not relevant with the STEM. So please add these things in your slides, so make it bullet points. Remove the long sentences from the slides, remove those slides that are not according to the topic. If you want to give the background, you can explain it